right, everybody. Well, here we are at the Soto mine, just outside of, what's the name of that place again?
Crown King?
Crown King, Arizona. That's right, the Soto mine near Crown King, Arizona. This is one of the larger mines in the area, and everybody knows about this one. I mean, literally everybody comes out here who owns a four-wheel drive. Parks in this area and goes in and explores this mine. That's why I'm giving out the name today, because literally thousands of people have been in this portal. But of all the YouTube videos out there in YouTube land, I've seen a few that were, pretty well done, but we're going to try to give it our best today. We're using our best cameras, our best editing skills, and the whole 9 yards to go into the portal right there, and we're going to fully document this mine. Every single thing that we can find in it, we're going to try to get into today. And there's the portal. But before we do that, let me show you what we've got around here. So if the portal is going in there, straight up underneath this big old hill, let's see what it intersects. Now, the last time that I was looking on Google Earth, I could tell that there's some really big open stopes hiding up on the side of the hill over here. Let's see if we can find those. Yep, I can already see the waste rock piles coming out of them open stopes. So you have to use your imagination. This big hill that's in front of us right here, that main haulage adit's going underneath so that they can intersect with these ore bodies and start using gravity to drop that ore down into the haulage adit and out the mountain. So when they did that, they ended up creating these really large stopes that we see right here. Now, from what I've learned over the last few weeks is many folks have been into the haulage adit and a lot of the drifts, but no one has ever explored these stopes. That's something that we might take a closer look at when we're out here. Take a look at those, Laura.
Massive.
Aren't those huge? I got to keep my altitude pretty high here so I maintain my line of sight with the drone. And I know, guys, it doesn't look very big from here, but let me tell you, that stope is ginormous. And as we continue climbing here on top of this hill, there's our parking spot. So guys, if you look at this area on Google Earth, you're going to see a whole bunch of Jeeps and side-by-sides parked up there, and they all came up on that road you see down there in the bottom. Wow, what a sight. This is really something. Just a beautiful day today. I mean, would you look at that? That's the road into Crown King, Arizona. Just gorgeous. There's mines all throughout that area, and we're going to be spending some time out there. As soon as we finish up with all these. I don't know when we're going to get out there, but we eventually will. Okay. Now we can get a really good view at this. Look at that. Incredible. Just a beautiful sight. Look at all those workings. We got ourselves a big mine here, Laura. We got a big one. We're going to be in this one for a while. Look at. Okay, so down here, center. I'm going to put it center screen. Right on the crosshairs. So center screen, there's a hole right there. Looks like we can get into. The road is there's a road at least up to this point. We're going to have to get a closer look at all of those workings, see if that's something that can be roped into. Look at the angle of the strata. See how it's dipping at about a 70-degree angle there?
Yep.
So that tells us that if we're going to have any underground winzes, those winzes are also going to dip at that same angle if we find them. Most likely, if any of the winzes go down from the haulage level, they're going to be flooded with the amount of water that's in this mine.
Yep.
I can tell that the debris from the hanging wall right there that we're looking at, that all broke away from rainstorms and whatnot and has collapsed the stope. Wow, it's going to be real interesting to see what we find in here. All right, let's fly over the parking area. Is there anything hiding on the backside? No, doesn't look like it. Okay, let's zoom on down. So I think we've got this covered. I don't really think we need to point the drone at anymore. Let's give everybody a nice fly through here, just like we're in a fighter jet. Isn't that cool? Let's circle down the hill. We'll fly past this tree. Wow, these drones are so much fun, aren't they, guys? Look at that. Woohoo! I got an updraft right there. Did you see that? Whoa, break. What's going on? Oh, I see what happened. All right, let's keep on going here. We're down to 33%. I think we can get to Bob. Come on now. All right, guys, so I'm going to quit fooling around here. We are going to get all geared up and head on inside. And I fully expect this is going to be one heck of a mine. All right, we'll see you in there. All right, everybody, here we are at the portal. Let's explore the Soto mine. Okay, we got Laura the Explorer out there in front of us. She's going to go in first. We're going to enter our portal here. I tell you, there has been literally thousands of people in this mine over the years. Thousands of visitors. So give me a second, guys. I gotta navigate this obstacle. That's better. Get down here where I can stand up. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Okay. Now, let's get some light on the subject, shall we? There we go. Make sure everything is set to where it needs to be. Perfect. So today, here's what we're going to try to do, guys. Laura and I have decided that we're going to explore as much of the haulage adits and drifts as possible where we're just walking. And if we find something that looks fun enough to rope into, then we'll come back tomorrow and do rope work. So we'll just have to see what we find. So we've got our boots on. Hopefully today it won't rise up over the tops of our boots. We had to dry everything out from the last time. And it's pretty slimy in here so far. Ew. That's some sticky mud, Laura.
That's
Yuck.
boot sucking mud.
Fix my cameras here. There we go. Whoa, I got stuck. There we go. So, you guys probably already know that this mine has had people in it over the years that have brought in, cell phone cameras and maybe a GoPro here and there. So my goal today is to give you guys all the full experience with the best lighting and the best cameras that I have, and really do this mine justice, you know. Okay. Yeah, it's a good thing we wore our boots. Yep. Okay, so this section here is just pretty much the primary haulage adit. It's about 10, 11 feet wide by, through this section, 10 to 12 feet tall. That tells me that they were running wheeled vehicles in and out of here back during those days. So what I'm gonna do, guys, is it's kind of boring through this stretch. I'm gonna speed things up, and we're just gonna put it in speedy mode until we get up to something that looks kind of interesting. Okay, here we go. And stop. All right, here we are. We got our first junction. Looks like we've got one going left. Oh yeah, indeed. And that's gonna be the one that's gonna curve off towards our stopes. Yep, that makes sense. Let's kind of look up there a second. Oh yeah, yep, that's our stopes. And over here to the right, that looks interesting. Shall we keep going straight, Laura?
Yeah, stay straight for now.
Let's stay straight. Tell you what, I'm gonna come around you here. All right, we'll take this all the way up to where it goes, where it ends. Ooh, it is damp in here. It smells like, how would you explain that, Laura?
It's hard to describe.
It's
just moist, like a humid.
With a hint of oil.
Yeah.
And kind of a creosote smell.
Yep.
Like heavy 90 weight oil and creosote with a mildewy.
Yeah.
Now look at how thick the air is getting here.
You can see the dampness in it.
That's right. It's starting to turn into a fog bank.
Mm-hmm.
Now, oftentimes the sign of that is that we're coming to the end, because that fog will build up on the face. Let's see what happens here. Very colorful. You guys can see that there's the color of the mud on the bottom here is all red and orange, so there's lots of iron. And look at all of those pretty, what is this stuff coming out of the rocks?
Sort of calcite.
It almost has like a snowy, silvery look to it. It's surface. It's condensation. All right, let's keep going. Neat. And it almost looks like there was a bathtub ring, but that's not. That's two different rock layers that we're seeing here. Maybe. I gotta observe it a little bit closer. I wonder if this, I don't think this could have been flooded at one time. It doesn't look like a bathtub ring.
No, it goes a ways too.
It sure does. Let's look up here. Holy cow. All right. Well, there's not a whole heck of a lot to look at through this section. So again, let's just speed things up until we get to something that's interesting to look at. Here we go. And stop. So I was just telling Laura how the smell of these rotting timbers and all of this creosote has made a pocket of stink through this area. I'm sure many of you folks who live back east who have grown up next to the train tracks or a railroad tie yard, you know what it smells like after a rain. That's what it smells like in here.
It's warmer too.
Getting warmer. It sure is. Humidity's at 100, and I would say the temperature is about, probably about 65, 62 Fahrenheit. Let's look up there. Wow, it just keeps going into the abyss, doesn't it? All right. Okay, guys, again, let's speed things up. Here we go. And stop. I want to show you guys something here. We still have a ways to go. This is a real interesting looking feature on the wall, how there's that banding of that different kind of, it looks like igneous rock. And then Laura wanted to point out, you found some dates back there?
Yeah, 1957 from what I could see so far.
Okay, 57. I
said
thought
you
I
thought-
saw maybe a 44. And that's just about right. Okay, another crossroads. Stop here for a second. So we've got one going off to the left, one going off to the right, and
Carbide writing.
pretty good size. Oh yeah, we got all this carbide writing here. Let's show everybody that. I'll turn my, let's see, is that, sometimes I'll go through all three different lighting here. Maybe one of these is going to be the best. So I see a 1928 on there from Hollywood, California. We'll turn that light on. 1929. Somebody was down here in 83. Give you one more look at it here. There we go. All right. So somebody painted on here DE with an arrow. Makes me wonder, is this going to poke out the mountain? I don't think so, because if this was going to go straight through the mountain, we would have quite the amount of air either coming in our faces or coming at our backs.
DE dead end.
Now, oh, I was thinking DE was like D Soto, but maybe it's dead end. Laura, you're right.
Dead end.
DE means dead end. See, guys, I'm just a mine explorer. Laura's got all the brains. All right, let's look up here at the graffiti. Give you guys a good look at it. There you go. 59, 1921. There you go. All right, turn it around. I'm seeing a 1930 right here, right there. Boy, is it ever hot and muggy up in here. DE, dead end. that's funny. Okay, now, if you guys look, if I bring the camera down real low, I'm gonna turn the lights off. Looks like we're at the farthest point of this mine, and you can see just a pinhole of light way down there. That's the portal. Yeah. I'm gonna say we're at probably about 800 to 1,000 feet into this mine. We got the remainders of a bunch of vent pipe down here. Not a whole heck of to look at. Okay. I'm gonna go left, Laura. I'm gonna head off this direction.
All right.
Let's do it. Somebody down here at one point in time lit a fire to scare out all the bats. Now, once we start getting out into these drifts, then we're going to start to see workings and ore chutes. So we'll do this one first. We'll work our way back and hit everything that we bypassed. And this one just comes to another DE. Look at the size of them drill holes. You can definitely tell. I'll put my hand up to them. We're in a more modern mine. See how big that is? About 2 inches in diameter. All right, turn around. These old boys definitely aren't up in here single or double jacking. No. So, what's new, Laura the Explorer? What do you think about hanging out with me and doing this stuff? And tell me what your thoughts are so far.
Sounds like a dream come true. Something I never thought I could I would be doing in my lifetime.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one thing to just kind of do this as a hobby
Yeah.
for yourself, you know, just everyday or weekend exploring. But to do it so that so many other people can watch and enjoy, because there's many people out there that they can't do this activity
Or
either.
they would never want to come into a place like this.
No, it's pretty freaky. And there's folks that, you know, have disabilities and things like that. So
Yeah.
we're just real happy to be able to bring this to y'all so you can enjoy these explorations. And you guys know I always do my best to try to film it in such a way to where you feel like you're right there with me. That's always my goal. Okay, what's gonna be up here? Well, somebody was up here with wearing Vans tennis shoes. I can always tell by the tread design.
Little pocket over here on the right.
Little thing going right and stops.
1928, or is that a 23?
28 and I
29?
think two, maybe a 29.
Yeah.
Another 29 in February. Okay. Yep, I'll let you go in front of me and get some size and scale here. So some of you down in the comment section, you were saying, well, Laura's kind of quiet. Maybe she's shy. I'm like, no, she's not shy. Just a little quiet. But hey, remember when Frank and Sharon first started exploring together? Sharon was kind of the same way. She was just kind of quiet. And now look at her. She's holding cameras and doing dialogue. And so you just got to give Laura a little bit to get into the swing of things. Little pocket goes up here. Well, we're gonna explore it. Oops. See if it does anything. I'm gonna show you guys every inch of this mine. I don't wanna miss a single thing. Water running out of that drill hole. Right there.
Over there, it looks like a spring now.
Yep, but that's the end, and a few old dynamite boxes.
Yeah.
But I gotta tell you guys, it is such a wonderful thing to be able to explore these places and do what I do up to the level that I can do it. And to find a gal that can do that makes her pretty darn awesome, you know? Don't get me wrong, Mr. M, before he started getting his kind of, you know, the health thing started, you know, he was a lot of fun to do this with too, but okay, for our first stope, here we are. All the support stalls have rotted and fallen, and what you're looking at there, guys, is probably about 30 feet tall in through this area. Much of it is sloughed and fallen down. Let's keep going. Aha, we have a winds, flooded winds. Right there. Don't step in that, you're gonna go for a bath. That's why right now we could be on a false floor here. We'll stay on top of this board, bypass it. All right, and keep on going. Now because this mine, oh, there's a muck sheet. There's a muck plate. Because this mine has so many open stopes and so many different ways to surface, we shouldn't have to worry about bad air in this one because it's breathing pretty good. But understand that's always not a guarantee. You could get up into the nose of a drift and find yourself in a pocket. So I always tell everybody, if you consider doing something like this, please spend the money, buy yourself an air monitor from Altair, and do it the right way. Be safe about it. Look at all these little stalactites hanging on tight on the back of the mine here. They're not very big. I'll turn the lights down so you can see them. That light's a bit too bright. Let's try that. They're only hanging down by maybe a half of a 3/4 of an inch. And we have another DE here, but I'll go up there and we'll take a look anyways. Oh, that's really neat looking, huh? Cool. I like all that calcite coming through. So calcite's an indication that we're in limestone formations. Look at that. Neat. And down on the ground here, where it drips, it makes these little like nodules. The whole floor is covered with nodules. And then here's some flowstone right there. Very cool. All right. Yeah, look at all of it on the floor. Look at these little nodules. Isn't that cool? They're not very big. All from dripping water. Okay. Ooh, we have some copper minerals coming out too, Laura. Take a look at this. Look at the blue. Isn't that pretty?
A lot of blue in here.
Yeah. So so what you're looking at there is called calcanthite, and copper minerals that flow with the water and then they re-solidify against the host rock. Really pretty. All right, turning around. Okay, that was cool. That's a neat little off-branch drift. We're back here to the main. So I fully suspect that this is going to be a multi-episode because of the size of this mine. But we're going to get as much done today as possible through the, like I said, through the main haulage and the rest of the drifts. And then we have some areas we're going to take a look in that might require ropes. So stay tuned for the full experience. But until we get to those features, we'll just keep on walking through this mine. Next week on Abandoned and Forgotten Places. There's our ore buckets. And as I pan up, unreal. Holy cow. Well, Laura, you watch that edge to your right there. You're freaking me out.